Good news?
Not necessarily good, bad, or different. I'd like to talk about water, and we have obviously no shortage of it this year. James Fritz, 271 Crutcher Road, Port Townsend, Washington. I understand that the USGS preliminary studies are in concerning the Chippewa Basin, and they concluded there is no water shortage. That 12 inches of water falls on Chippewa Basin. It goes into more falls, but 12 inches goes into the aquifers, and that 70% of the water that goes into the aquifers goes underground into the sound. Only 30% is used. Now the 30% that's used, 80% that goes down into septic systems goes back into aquifers, and if you water lawns or gardens or crops, 50% goes back in. So the point being, there is no water shortage in Chippewa Basin. So why do we have this junk science that says we can only have 105 houses and we can't put faucets outside the house so that if a fire comes through, we can't fight it, and things of this sort, when there's no water shortage? It's obvious the State Department of Ecology is using water as a method of controlling growth, and that was specifically mandated by the Growth Management Act. The Growth Management Act was originally designed to move businesses from along the I-5 corridor, which was overheated, out to rural areas that needed the jobs. So we have a bunch of different subjects there. The biggest one is that whole idea of 105 houses in Chippewa Basin needs to be reconsidered now that we know that there is no water shortage. If you've got 12 inches of waterfall, if you have an acre, and 12 inches of water falls, goes into the aquifer, that's 8 gallons. So you've got 350,000 gallons going into the aquifer in your 1 acre. And the average household uses less than 200 gallons. So that's only a fraction of it. If you've got 10 acres, I mean, it's astronomical. We've created a problem and none exists. Now I'm going to tell you, and I've been dead right about 12 years ago, I started saying, hey, we're in for real problems economically. 4 years from now, Port Townsend is going to be bankrupt. They're going to have to lay off a third to a half of their employees. The police department will be down to 3 or 4 people. It's going to be really messy because Port Townsend does not, and the county do not have an economic base capable of sustaining their level of spending or their needs as far as jobs. So you need to really get in gear and start dealing with these problems. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz. Anyone else like to contribute this morning?